Hey there, everybody. We need to talk about something really important today, a looming food shortage. For years, experts have warned us about the perfect storm of challenges facing our food supply. Now, it's here, it's real, and we need to be prepared. We've all seen the headlines about droughts, rising costs, and supply chain issues. These things are no joke, and they're already affecting what's available in our grocery stores. Today, we're diving deep into 8 grocery products that might be harder to come by in the coming weeks and months. Stick around, get informed, and let's navigate this together. Let's start with a staple that's near and dear to so many of us, corn. This golden crop has been a symbol of prosperity and sustenance for generations. It's not just about those sweet summer ears we love to grill. Corn is in everything. From the breakfast cereals we eat to the sodas we drink, corn is a hidden ingredient in countless products. From cereal to soda to livestock feed, it's a cornerstone of our food system. Corn is essential not just for human consumption, but also for feeding the animals that provide us with meat and dairy. But here's the hard truth. Corn is in trouble. The changing climate is making it harder for farmers to grow this vital crop. For the past few years, much of the United States has been grappling with relentless droughts. These dry conditions are devastating for corn farmers. These dry spells are hitting our heartland hard, right where most of our corn is grown. The lack of water is stunting growth and reducing yields. And without enough rain, those fields just can't produce the bounty they once did. The once lush and green fields are now barren and dry. It's become more expensive to transport corn from the fields to processing plants, and then to your local grocery store. The entire supply chain is feeling the strain. Corn is a primary ingredient in so many other foods. Think high fructose corn syrup, cornstarch, and other derivatives that are used in a multitude of products. Corn oil, they're everywhere. From cooking oils to processed snacks, corn is a versatile ingredient. With less corn available, the cost of feeding animals goes up. Farmers are struggling to afford the feed, which in turn affects the entire food chain. Higher prices for meat, poultry, and dairy products. Consumers are feeling the pinch at the grocery store as prices continue to rise. We need to be mindful of how much we're using and consider alternatives when we can. Sustainable food choices and diversifying our diets can help mitigate the impact. Let's talk about another grocery staple facing serious challenges: beef. A juicy burger or a perfectly cooked steak is a treat, but beef is becoming a pricey proposition. The rising cost of feed is a major factor. Corn prices are soaring and ranchers are feeling the pinch. When it costs more to feed cattle, the price of beef goes up. There's also a labor shortage. Ranching is hard work and needs skilled hands. The cattle industry is struggling to find workers. This drives up costs, passed down to the consumer. Droughts make raising cattle more expensive. The price of beef is climbing and will likely get worse. Consider more plant-based meals and alternative proteins. Conscious choices can ease demand and mitigate price hikes. Okay, my fellow avocado lovers, this next one might be a tough one to swallow. Those creamy, dreamy avocados we love to put on everything from toast to salads might soon become a rare sight in our kitchens. Imagine walking into your local grocery store and seeing empty shelves where avocados used to be. Yes, you heard that right. Avocados are facing a potential shortage, and it's a real bummer. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a significant issue for many of us who rely on avocados for our daily meals. Avocados thrive in specific climates, and as temperatures rise and weather patterns become more unpredictable, those avocado-growing regions are feeling the heat. Droughts and extreme weather conditions are making it harder for farmers to grow these beloved fruits. And if a warming planet wasn't enough, we also have to contend with trade restrictions. These restrictions are adding another layer of complexity to the already challenging situation. A significant portion of the avocados we enjoy here in the United States come from other countries. This means that any disruption in international trade can have a direct impact on our avocado supply. Recently, there have been some trade disputes and policy changes that are making it more difficult and expensive to import avocados. These changes are causing prices to rise, making avocados a luxury item for many. There are plenty of delicious and nutritious spreads out there that can add a similar creaminess and flavor to your meals. Think about options like hummus, nut butters, or even mashed peas. This avocado situation is a wake-up call for all of us. It's a reminder to appreciate the foods we love and to be mindful of the challenges that come with producing them. Calling all coffee lovers, brace yourselves, this one's going to hit hard. Our precious coffee is facing a crisis. A coffee shortage could be brewing. Climate change is wreaking havoc on coffee production. Coffee plants need specific conditions to thrive. Warming planet and erratic weather challenge coffee regions. Coffee leaf rust is a devastating fungal disease. This fungus can wipe out entire plantations. Coffee is a ritual, a comfort, a necessity. We need to prepare for a possible coffee shortage. It might mean higher prices or cutting back on caffeine. Chapter 5: Peanut Butter, a Sticky Situation. Let's talk about a lunchtime staple, a comfort food, a childhood favorite: peanut butter. The peanut industry has been hit with a double whammy: poor peanut harvests and increased demand. Peanuts need just the right amount of rain and sunshine to thrive. But lately, Mother Nature hasn't been cooperating, and peanut yields have been lower than usual in many peanut-growing regions. The demand for peanut butter has actually been increasing. It seems like more and more people are discovering the deliciousness and versatility of this nutty spread. This combination of lower supply and higher demand has put a real strain on the peanut butter industry. Be prepared to shell out a little more for that jar of peanut butter. And don't be surprised if you start seeing empty shelves in the peanut butter aisle. Chapter 6: Citrus, When Life Gives You Lemons. Let's talk about citrus fruits. Those bright, tangy bursts of sunshine that add a refreshing zing to our lives. From oranges to lemons to grapefruits, citrus fruits are a staple in many of our kitchens. One of the biggest threats to citrus trees is a devastating disease called citrus greening. This bacterial disease, spread by a tiny insect, can cause a whole host of problems for citrus trees, from stunted growth to bitter, misshapen fruit. Citrus trees are particularly vulnerable to droughts, floods, and freezes, all of which have become more frequent and intense in recent years thanks to climate change. Citrus fruits might become more expensive and harder to find in the coming months and years. Chapter 7: Seafood, Trouble in the Deep Blue Sea. Let's dive into the world of seafood, a category that encompasses a wide variety of fish, shellfish, and other marine delicacies. From the succulent taste of shrimp to the rich flavors of salmon, seafood has been a staple in many cultures for centuries. Seafood is a vital source of protein and nutrients for billions of people around the world, but unfortunately, this precious resource is facing some serious threats. The empty shelves in grocery stores are a stark reminder of the challenges we face. One of the biggest challenges facing the seafood industry is overfishing. Simply put, we're catching fish faster than they can reproduce. This relentless pursuit for more has put immense pressure on fish populations. This unsustainable practice has led to a decline in fish populations around the globe, and if we don't change our ways, it could have devastating consequences for the entire marine ecosystem. The balance of marine life is delicate, and overfishing disrupts this balance. Rising ocean temperatures, ocean acidification, and pollution are all taking a toll on marine life, making it more difficult for fish and shellfish to thrive. Plastic waste, chemical runoff, and oil spills are just a few of the pollutants that are harming our oceans. The seafood industry is also grappling with the impacts of climate change. Fishermen and seafood companies are having to adapt to changing conditions, which can be both costly and challenging. Innovative solutions and sustainable practices are essential for the future of seafood. Chapter 8: Potatoes, A Rude Awakening. Let's talk about a humble yet mighty vegetable that often gets overlooked: the potato. These starchy tubers are a staple food in many cultures around the world, and for good reason. They're versatile, affordable, and packed with nutrients. Potatoes are particularly susceptible to extreme weather events like droughts, floods, and heat waves, all of which can damage crops and reduce yields. The potato industry is also facing challenges related to supply chain disruptions. These recent challenges are starting to have an impact. My friends, we've covered a lot of ground today, from corn to coffee to potatoes. And while it might feel overwhelming, I want to leave you with a message of hope and empowerment. We have the power to navigate these challenges, to make informed choices, and to ensure our families have the food they need. Now that you know which grocery items are most at risk, you can start stocking up on the ones that are most important to your family. Stocking up doesn't have to mean hoarding. It's about being prepared and having a little peace of mind. Head down to the comments and tell me what you're doing to prepare. I'll be checking back in with you all soon.